Well, hi there and welcome to Point of View. I'm Mark Leishman, and the more I watch it, the more nervous I became.
Well, I grew up in the middle of Auckland. I'm in the viticulture industry, so it's great heart at the moment.
It's a hard ask to put that production to a level.
Hi there and welcome. This is Point of View. I'm Mark Leishman. Well, the Bayer Young Viticulturist of the Year has been decided for 2017. It's been running for 12 years as a competition now. And we have this year's champion in the studio. His name is Tim Adams. He comes from Obsidian Vineyard on Waiheke Island. And he's the man who's brought the trophy back to Auckland, in fact, for the first time. And of course, in Auckland, we don't win much these days, so it's a big moment. Hey, welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
Tim, well done and congratulations. Yeah, it is the first time it's ever been won by an Aucklander.
Yes. So the competition's actually only been running in Auckland for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So to bring it to Auckland is an incredible honour, obviously, and we've done well.
Okay, so now you are 30. Now I do notice that the age limit is 30, so you left it right to the very end to build up enough experience to win this thing.
Yes. So it was a combination of the competition having only been run twice in the Auckland region. So I participated twice in that and won it both times, and was lucky enough to come away with the national title this year. I was late to the game of viticulture, so I guess you could say, I've left it pretty late.
So the journey, how did you get to become a winemaker?
So, viticulture was never my goal coming out of high school. Originally I did sciences at Waiheke Uni, and that kind of travelled down the medical route, and ended up in neurosciences in Dunedin. From there, we moved up to Waiheke for family reasons, and I got a summer job in a vineyard, and from there went to Auckland University, which was on Waiheke, and the rest is history.
So Auckland Uni has a wine university, is it? So a viticulturist academy on the island.
Yeah, something like that. So their chemistry department of Auckland University has a wine school, I guess you'd say, which runs a wine program over there. Wow. Yeah, so I was lucky enough to get into that.
That is quite a journey. Where would you have gone if you'd stuck with the neurosciences? What would that have been?
Besides crazy, I guess. Down the research track, most probably, into doctorate stuff to do with the brain. Yeah.
So literally, you start in the summer, pruning, or what do you do in summer?
Yeah, it was a lot of netting and vine work.
So it was pretty much labour intensive.
100% it was. Yeah.
And then you decide, hey, this is all right. I quite like this.
Yeah. I saw the scope. I saw that it was very hands-on, but there was also a lot of things behind the scenes that would kind of quench my thirst for science, as it would be. And it's just a really great mix of those two things, and it allows me to be active as well as...
Well, science, of course, is a big part of winemaking.
Yes, and viticulture as well. There's huge amount of work being done in New Zealand, just researching how we can grow grapes and make wine better, so yeah.
So what does it mean to you to be the 2017 Bayer Young Viticulturist of the Year?
Well, it's huge. It is huge. It's a massive validation of all the work I've put in and all the work other people have put into me as well. It's really the award's not really my own. I have a wife and 2 kids, and so a lot of this needs to be credited to them, and to a lot of the wine community on Waiheke as well, that have put so much knowledge and time and putting up with me asking why the questions all the time.
So obviously in the preparation for this event, having done young farmer contests for 16 years, I know what it's like. A lot of people, some of the contestants actually give up their everything just to prepare for the contest. Was it like that for you? I don't imagine you would be able to quite do that.
No. So, obviously I had to hold down a job and a family at the same time. So, but a lot of time was spent researching, picking people's brains, getting out in the vineyard and doing things and seeing things, and just developing a really wide knowledge about viticulture. Just trying to
be the all-rounder.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Of course, the industry, New Zealand being the nature, climate and geography, there's a wide range. I mean, you're on an island. The Central Otago people are dealing with snow and ice and frosts. So I guess you all come together bringing different things, different experiences.
Definitely, and there are things that you won't have been exposed to that will be in the competition. So it's about readying yourself and understanding the concepts on paper if you haven't actually seen them in practice. So yeah, like you said, things like frost protection are not really relevant to the Northland and Waiheke scene, but you have to know about it, and that's part of the game.
Tell us about Waiheke Island. I know there are a number of vineyards on the island. It's a good place to grow wine.
I think so. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, it is a great place. We're very special in the sense that the climate itself is very tempered by the maritime. The weather that comes across. I think we're able to grow a variety of grapes. At Obsidian, where I work, we grow 11 different varieties and produce 12 wines. So. On 9 hectares, so that's not really seen in a lot of other places, and because of that and our willingness to have a crack at things and try different things out, I think we're really special. Yeah.
Why would you grow that number of varieties? Would it not be better to consolidate?
Yeah. Hey, look, Mike Wood, the winemaker, is really passionate about producing grapes that are suited to sites and that pairing between land and the variety that you're growing. So this enables us to get the best out of each site or each part of a site, and it gives you more options to blend into a eventual wine.
So some parts of the property are probably more used to a different variety. I know you mentioned before Montepulciano.
Montepulciano, yeah.
The famous Italian wine. You grow that here.
Yeah, we
Are you one of the few in the country?
Yes, there's not many of us. But we grow it with great success. We're able to grow it in an incredibly steep landscape, allows it to concentrate down. It's a very late ripening grape. So we're able to, like I said, growing that grape in the right place and getting a great result out of it.
Is there an area in, say, Europe that you could compare Waiheke to?
I wouldn't dare. No, I think I'd upset too many people. Look, hey, I think we're our own beast, and that's New Zealand as a whole, I think, and we're all very different within that whole. So yeah.
So have you had all the Italian restaurant owners come across to test it out?
Yeah. Hey, look, I'd like to think so, but they should if they haven't already. But the Montepulciano especially has done very well in international competitions, so yeah.
I guess you call it a passion for wine now. What inspired it? Was it being an Otago University student, or what brought it about?
Yeah. Hey, you're not wrong. The landscape in Dunedin is, makes you want to head to a warmer place, doesn't it? No. It was the idea that I could pair something that had that science and the hands-on, aspect, as well as actually producing something physical at the end of the day. You can toil for a year and then come out the back of that year and place your hand on a bottle, pour yourself that wine, and that's yours. That is your work. It's very tangible, and I really like that. And I also like the fact that it's never a vanilla year. It's so much different every year. And that just paired with being surrounded by people that are just intensely passionate about what they're doing, it's hard not to be,
So that moment when you pull out this year's vintage, and here it is right in front of you, labelled, ready to go out to the world, is a really special moment.
I think so, yeah. Even before that, when it's in the barrel and it's done, it can be pretty daunting because, like I said, on a good year, it's an amazing feeling because you're successful. And a badder year, we have to pull out all the tricks. But to have a great product is, undeniably a great feeling.
This year, has it been a good year? I mean, there's been a lot of rain, a lot of water.
Yes, lots of water, lots and lots of water. So I think by July we'd already had our average rainfall. So hey, look, it's been a challenging year, and a lot of people will say it's probably one of the more challenging that they've experienced in recent history. So but hey, if you can produce a good wine in a year like this, you're doing well, and I think we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know that already. That's.
Yeah. Hey, look, I think so.
So the actual competition itself, you know, you had a supportive boss, obviously. He encouraged you to get involved.
Yes, most definitely. So,
And what did it entail?
what did it entail? Yes, many things. So, I was directly encouraged by my boss to get involved. He'd had things to do with New Zealand wine growers who put the competition on before, and encouraged me to have a crack, if not to win it, to stand up and put a face to the name and just get experience. As to what is included in the event, it's really is a decathlon type approach competition. So every year is very different, and there are multiple sections in which you have to compete. This year we had very physical challenges like machinery and trellising, and then the very knowledge-based questions like pest and disease, soil and nutrition, and we also had to do practical things like develop a business plan for a vineyard establishment, with that a budget, a speech, and we also had a buzz around in which you sit down like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and kind of buzz your way through.
General knowledge and
100%, yeah.
So it's really based similar lines to Young Farmer in that regard.
I think so, yes.
But what it does, it creates the winner has to be very much an all-rounder.
Very much so, yeah. So you can't rely on being an amazing trellising expert and winning. You've got to be really in touch with all elements. And working on somewhere like Waiheke is really good for that as well, because you have to do everything. So I think that's put me in good stead to, obviously put me in good stead to do well, yeah.
And I guess the kudos that goes with that. I mean, I know with the Young Farmer that it's a big feather in the cap, as it were. There's a lot of mana associated with. Do you find the same?
Yeah. Look, the mana's huge, I think, and the recognition's huge.
And in recognition for the vineyard as well.
Yes. Like I obviously think Obsidian's a great place to work. I think it's a gem on Waiheke, but especially for somewhere on Waiheke that is so small in the grand scope of New Zealand wine industry, I think it's been massive. Yeah.
So as Obsidian is quite a tiny.
Yep. So we've roughly about 8 or 9 hectares in total, which is really not it's not a drop in the ocean. That is the New Zealand wine industry, and we're not growing Sauvignon Blanc, which is even stranger. So yeah, there you go.
Well, we're having a great time talking with Tim Adams, of course, the Bayer Young Viticulturist of the Year. This is Point of View. We'll find out a bit more about the contest and about the future of wine in New Zealand with Tim right after this break. This is Point of View. We'll see you shortly.